A note on two German films. Why? Not because I'm so crazy about Germans. I find them rather cool, even if very efficient. And we actually work with them at the company. I mean, they, because I don't really do anything there anymore. But because this is how the year started, I had the chance to go through a number of German films. Ended with their Untergang, downfall, accident. I have a note on that actually. It's so powerful. And then yesterday, Adidas versus Puma. And then the other one, der under Wundervater, or Vater is father, and it's the father-in-law. The second is a comedy. Adidas versus Puma is the unique, exotic tale of two brothers, and it's real. I'm sure there's artistic license. There are things which the screenwriters and the makers of the film imagine, dialogues which they imagine took place in the lives of these people, but otherwise it's interesting to see their evolution. And I had no idea that Adidas and Puma, indeed two major brands for a long time, the two biggest brands in sports, footwear and sportswear in general. I mean, they make other jackets and pants and whatnot. Now I think it's Nike towering over them both, but anyway, for a long time these were giants, and two brothers were really very good, clever, intrepid, and actually complementing each other. One is Richard Dessler. Anyway, one of them was keen and very good at sales, and nu-i mai da acolo că să facă pe frigider. And the other one was very good at designing and making the shoes. And with that, they go to the athletes at the time who take part in the Olympics and so on. But it's not easy, because it was funny in this period that when they went to the bank for financing, they were told, look, who wants shoes just for running? I mean, people they were playing football and all the rest, making what was called physical exercise. They introduced the discipline in the curriculum, but it wasn't sports, it was physical aptitude or exercise. But they were doing it with the walking shoes or the street shoes. They didn't think, they thought this is a fuss. This is being pretentious to buy shoes, especially in used shoes for soccer or something else. And some convincing was necessary on the part of the brothers to try and get the loan and convince men and later women that these are a good option. But as we know now about Adidas and Puma, their sales did increase. In fact, at one point they tried to get the best athletes to use this, and among them it was Jesse Owens. But here there was a major dispute between the two brothers, and an issue, because at that time, if in America was, well, I don't know if it's still there, but was racist, and to get together with what we call today an Afro-American in the picture and have him promote worked backwards. I mean, it worked against this initiative in the Nazi circles, because then we have the Nazi regime coming, and they're told forget about sports shoes. We don't need that. And it was difficult. They had to work on some boots for the army. Plus, they were sent also some machinery to make weapons. And here we come to another climatic point where the American army comes to the factory and they're preparing. I don't know again how much this is true, and if it's an exaggeration for the film. But they decide, okay, we're just destroying your factory because here they found this machinery making something for the weapons. I don't know what exactly, but it doesn't matter. Some ammunition, whatever, forced. And the brothers say, look, it was forced upon us. No, it doesn't work that way. So they prepare, they put the wires to just blow the thing up. When one of the wives, of the brothers, comes with a photo, and she says, look, you're Jesse, and she talks German, they have to understand Jesse. It's your Jesse Owens, and we did the shoes, we made the shoes for him to win the medals, and that's indeed working, convinced, and they avoid complete destruction just seconds before the blow up, because indeed the major or whoever was in charge, the American commander of that unit, says, okay, let's call it off, and they escape. Then they quarrel with each other. One starts with a Puma, the other with Adidas. They compete, and it's crazy. Two of the three biggest companies are based in the same small village, and they are rival with each other. They compete with each other. To mention just in passing, the other one, the German film of last night, was a comedy. Not lighter, so it should be finished in a few words. This father-in-law is a grumpy old man. This woman comes from Thailand, and they discover she's married to his son. The son and father are not really on good terms. In fact, they fight each other. And suddenly, I think the first night, when this woman comes over, the son dies. And then there's a whole intrigue wherein he had a wife who wants the fortune. I mean, he has a big house, farm, and all that, tractors. And then they accuse the Thai woman of this and that. And there are all sorts of funny incidents where the two get gradually together. They get to understand and like each other, the father-in-law and this woman from Thailand. Whereas to begin with, they were the old man was determined to throw her out and send her packing to Thailand. Funny and interesting at points.